What up, though? What's going on, GR? Welcome to the first episode of What Are We Missing? We got a real special person on the other side that we're about to interview. But first, I want to talk about the point of the show. We started What Are We Missing to pick the brain of players like this young man that we got here. So younger players coming up can learn, what it takes to be great. So we want to invite Kyler Vanderjagt, one of my favorite players in the really whole state of Michigan. I think should win Mr. Basketball here this season. But welcome, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, not too much. Again, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be on here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're excited to have you too. But before we get started, though, I want to introduce myself. I'm Wes Trammell, of the Chosen Ones. And I got my boy, Josh, my best friend, who helped me start the Chosen Ones too. So we're going to, partner together on this show to pick the brains of the superstars of the city. So, yeah, bro, you ready to get started?
Let's get to it.
Cool, bro. So we're just gonna hit you with some quick questions to kind of break the ice a little bit. You want to get started, Josh?
Yeah. All right. First one. Favorite pair of Jordans?
Man, I got to go the 11s. 11s for
That's
sure.
a good choice. That's a good choice.
That's my choice too, bro. That's my choice.
Yeah, it was between 11s or 3s.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have a color or like the color scheme of the 11s?
See, it depends. Like, I'm a big fan of the cool grays, but I like the 3s a lot more than the 11s.
Okay.
When it comes to that colorway, but I'm a big fan of the Space Jams, any like black colorway. Like I have the cap and gowns; those are probably my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, I got those black too. Those yeah. Those aspire.
Yeah.
Man. So quick story about the Jordans, bro. So I think Josh know where I'm going with this. So Josh's brother used to have the plug with Nike shoes. So basically he had a players that was sponsored by Nike. I'm not gonna mention the name, but had that player's password to get into the Nike store and to get shoes for cheap. I'm talking all sorts of J's, bronze, KDs, whatever you wanted. Basically like 50% off. So he was like, "Hey, bro." Yeah, I know, right? I know. He was like, "Hey, bro, if you want, I can give you the password, or I can get you whatever shoe you want, and you can sell them on eBay." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So, bro, I bought a pair of Space Jams and a pair of Concords. They got to the crib. I took them out the box. I was just like, man, I should just keep these. I was so tempted to keep them, but I posted on eBay, and then, dog, I'm so embarrassed of this, but so I'm getting all these offers left and right. And
right.
I'm a rookie in this, right? So I get this dude. He was like, "Hey, man, I'll give you like $800 for both pair." I'm like, "Oh snap!" This is back in 2014 too. So
right.
I'm like, "All right, bet." So he was like, "All right, but you gotta take them off eBay." So I'm like, "Okay," that was the mistake right there. So basically, he was like, "Let me know when you send them." I was like, "All right, cool." So he sent me like a fake PayPal payment. Basically it was just like, I don't know what it was. He probably used the app or something, right?
Yeah, had to.
So as soon as I got it, I talked to your brother Josh. I was like, "Yo, man, like, how long? It's not in the money's not in my account. Like, how long does it take?" He's like, "Oh, it takes a few days." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I sent it. So as soon as I sent him the shoes, I sent him the tracking number. He was gone, bro. Never heard from him.
Never heard from him, man.
Devastating.
I could have cried, dog. I could have cried.
Man, one of my friends has actually been in that similar situation. Like, he ordered a PS5
Yeah.
And he got it, like shipped it to his house and everything.
Okay.
He opened up the box and it was like a Halloween mask. It was crazy.
Oh, bro. That's
bro.
that makes me feel a little better.
Man, I've never seen something like
Dang, that's finessing at its finest, bro.
For real.
All right. Next question, bro. Who's your favorite rapper right now, or just musician if you want to go?
Man, right now there's a lot of stuff. Like everybody's kind of dropped something recently. So I mean, I got Meek Mill up there.
Okay.
I mean, his new album is pretty legit, but I'm a big fan of, like his older like Championships album. I guess that's my favorite.
Okay.
And then Drake too. Drake's always a go-to for me.
Drizzy.
And then like, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Pooh Shiesty, those three too. It's like you got to put those in there too.
Word. I like it, bro. I like it.
Yeah, man.
Next question, bro.
All right. Favorite candy?
Favorite candy? Reese's. Yeah. Definitely. Hey. Or the watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I can rock with that.
What TV shows you on right now?
I actually don't watch too much like TV, but like I watch like a lot of Netflix shows. So I just finished You. That was pretty good. I'm a big fan of that.
My wife watched that show, bro. That show is crazy.
My wife, she watched that show too. I came home, was like, what the?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Every time she's on, I'm like, all right, who's gonna die now?
Right. No, like actually though.
Crazy. So this next question is Josh's idea, and I feel like I'm gonna get my feelings hurt on these questions. But go ahead, bro. Ask it.
All right. Remember, answer wisely. LeBron or Jordan?
I knew that was a question. I was man. I gotta go Jordan. I got to.
Hey.
As you can see, I'm a Bron fan. I got this right here. I got like posters all over, bro. I'm a Bron guy, but it's me, man. I'm LeBron over Jordan, but I'm not gonna look anybody crazy if they say they're Jordan or LeBron. Like I respect both sides. I respect if somebody says Kobe too. Like, to me, to me, those three guys are the best players I've ever seen in my life. Like,
it's really only three options. Three options.
Yeah. But we can debate that all freaking day. So, here's a good one, bro. Kyrie or Dame? Both of them at
at their peak.
Because Kyrie not playing right now. Dame is kind of struggling, but yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with Dame.
No, smart man.
Smart
kid, boy. Smart kid.
In a sense, like Kyrie got that. Kyrie's got a lot of skill, but I just don't see Kyrie as like a leader or a dude that can really win. When you can rely on Dame as like as much as anything.
Mm-hmm. I feel that 100% because Dame's been in the playoffs ever since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
He's been the team's best player. So can't really say that about Kyrie.
Right.
Not taking anything away from him. I think he's special offensive talent, but I don't know, man. I don't know, but I agree. Last question, Josh, of this round.
Who you got winning the finals this year?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
I'm just playing.
No, I wouldn't. See, if the Lakers can get going, which I think at some point, they will, especially with LeBron, you know how he likes to turn it up right after the All-Star game. So I think the Lakers got a really good chance. Absolutely. But then again, the Nets too. I think it's between those two teams.
Yeah. It's hard to bet against the Nets, bro.
Yeah.
They were like a toenail away from the finals.
Yeah.
Or the conference finals, whatever. And that was with James Harden kind of hurt. So KD was kind of by himself. So yeah. Good stuff, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. You feeling warmed up?
Yeah, feeling warmed up.
All right, bet, man. So yeah, big reason why we started the show, bro, is you know, I have a passion, I'm sure Josh will say the same, of really getting to know people, man. And like I love doing the video stuff. You know, I did that, you know, for 4 years or so, but I really want to start connecting with players like on a personal level, and getting to know you. You know what I mean? I filmed you, I don't know how many times, 10 times, whatever, but getting to know you as a person. So I would love to know your story. I'm sure the public would love to know your story. So my first question for you is just talking about like your upbringing, your family, and like your siblings growing up, you know, with your little brother and stuff like that. Tell me what it was like in your household.
Yeah, so growing up for a while, it was just my mom and I until I was about probably 4 years old. That's when my dad currently took over, and you know, he's done a great job and everything like that. Can't complain at all. So I'm really appreciative of that. So yeah, my mom was working 2 jobs at the time before that. And then, so she was crazy busy. And yeah, so when it was, like I said, it was just my mom and I, and then my brother, my older brother, Cam, he had passed away due to Alexander's disease, which is like a really rare disease, which like specifically targets the brain neurons and it kind of just reverses your whole body. So then, so my dad came.
Wait, so my bad. How old were you when your brother passed?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how well do you remember it? Is it like bits and pieces, or do you remember it a lot?
Yeah, it's definitely bits and pieces. Like a lot of my memories come through like my peers, like a lot of them telling me like, oh, he used to do this with you, or he used to do that. And some of those things can kind of click. And then a lot of them are just, you know, kind of like, I hear you, but it's not really there.
Yeah, for sure, bro. That's tough, man. That's really tough.
Yeah.
You know, dealing with loss. But I'm sure that's part of what made you who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's where a lot of my motivation comes from. Is just, you know, my dad, you know, having my little brothers, giving them something to look up to, and then obviously my older brother.
Yeah. Speaking of little brother, bro. Hey, he's nice. Josh,
another one. It's another one.
I gotta show you some film on this cat, bro. He got it, bro. Already.
Great.
He'll probably cook me right now, like right now. But yeah, I definitely got my eyes on him coming up. Was he like 4th or 5th grade?
5th grade.
5th grade. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Your dad be sending me like little videos of him just killing and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But cool. I think you're gonna touch on your dad a little more before I interrupted you.
Yeah. So about like 4 or 5, he came in and just like really just to, you know, obviously accepted me and just you know, it was great. We built a bond like right away. So then just from then on, we really connected through sports. And he supported me all the way through, and he's been, you know, a huge factor like when it comes to my discipline. I think a lot of that comes from is when he was actually in school in Ghana, where he was originally from. He went to a boarding school down there. So you can imagine, you know, him being, you know, a few days, like getting to know him, you can tell like he's a perfectionist type of stuff like that. Very, very organized with how he does things, which is definitely translated to how I do things as well, which is really good. So yeah, we just really connect on the sports as well as off the court. You know, teaching me to be a young man as well as a good brother. So yeah,
that's good, bro. That's real good. It's a blessing. I have that.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. So yeah, we talked about the siblings, Josh. I think we can go to the next one after that, though.
Yeah. So, who got you started in sports? You know, not just hooping. Maybe it was just hooping, but you know, who got you started?
Yeah. So growing up too, like basketball, like it was always like a big thing. Michigan State, like always watching the football, basketball game. That and we got half our family are Michigan fans, half the family are State fans. So there's always been like a huge clash between the two. And then not only that, but Gabe, so he was playing at Davenport. So I was watching him consistently. And, at the time I really looked up to him because, it's a lot different. Like being able to go watch, your own family member in person play at a level that the way he did. And I was just like, man, like I need to do this. I need to do that now just to see that I can have the ability to even play at that level.
Absolutely, bro. Shout out to Gabe, man. Shout out to Gabe. Hey, he's a year younger than me. I don't know if you remember him, Josh, but
I was about to say, I feel like
he played at Rockford, and then Davenport. But hey, bro, he had
sharpshooter,
man, straight up, bro. And his pull up jumper was crazy. Like he would pull up, and his feet would be at your shoulders. Like,
yeah.
Gabe was nice, man, for sure. I'm still mad at him and Matt Van Pelt for beating me in the regional semifinals. Matt hit a game winner. That was my senior year too, bro. Man, I was crying hard, bro.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, it was. So Matt, I used to train with Matt before he like really moved and started coaching and stuff like that, and he was a huge help in my game development too because. When growing up, like I was a lot bigger than most kids, so I was kind of like a power forward kind of center type thing. Yeah. So it got to a point where I needed to transition into like being a guard. Right. And Matt Van Pelt really put me through like this huge series where strictly ball handling and other stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he was a huge factor in my game development as well.
For sure. This is off script though. Talking about basketball when you're young, I think like one of your first travel teams, right, was with like Kobe and all those guys, right?
Yeah. So we were boom. Yeah. It was KK, Jordan, Fat, Kobe, Genesis, Donnie, TJ. Man, the list goes on. It's a lot of people that you see now, like on the west side over here. Yeah, making a lot of noise, played on that team.
Right.
Sound like a squad.
Yeah. When I tell you that diamond press was lethal.
Oh my gosh, bro! Diamond press.
Bro, I bet it was, bro. It's like mostly D1 guys, if not all college guys for sure. So yeah, man, that's a squad. So, question for you though: when did you realize that, like? Man, I'm really like that. Like I'm actually a really good hooper. When did you kind of realize that?
Yeah, so like it was always kind of like me like being myself on the court, just kind of like not even really focusing on that, but like when you start to notice that like the game became a little easier and it's not just like you thinking that you're good, but you got like the people around you saying that you got something going on too is when I kind of felt like, man, I got a really good chance at this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man,
how old were you?
What was that?
How old were you?
I'd say, so I took a year off AAU actually. To strictly focus on like kind of my development and stuff like that. So I took off AAU and I think seventh grade. Yeah. And then that's kind of when I kind of took off from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up.
That's good. Found out young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Josh. Next question.
Yeah. So who has been like the biggest influence like in your life so far, whether on the court, off the court? Who when that you hear that question, who's the first person that pops into your mind?
Yeah, I would say, man, there's a lot of people. I would have to go, obviously my parents, and then Coach Chana, that's at Northview. My grandpa, my uncles. I'd say they've been like probably the biggest influence just in the sense that making sure, everything that I do on the court, taking care of me on that side, but as well as just off the court, teaching me how to be a young man, and especially taking care of grades. I think that's like a huge, huge aspect of things that a lot of kids don't even realize yet. And that's going to give them the upper hand when they're being recruited is their grades.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's big time. I'm doing compliance at Davenport, and you hear it all the time when you growing up, whether you take it serious or not. But then, to get good grades. But then when you actually seeing like the details of it,
yeah,
like, again, the nitty gritty, when Caston got them grades, no matter how talented they are, like, yeah, you better be going straight to the league.
Yeah, if you're like not 1 in a million type skill, you need those grades. Those are big.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know guys right now, but we've known dozens of guys, man, that super talented, but grades weren't there. If they did make it to college, they didn't make it very far.
Nah.
Right.
But definitely, man. Like I can see that the people in your life have definitely made a huge impact on you in a positive way because, man, you're like, you don't seem like, what are you, 18?
17, yeah.
Yeah, you don't seem like a 17-year-old to me, at least, man. Like, you're definitely wise beyond your years. So, bro, yeah, just keep going, man. And yeah, I know that GPA is high, bro. Looking like the gas prices right now. Probably higher than that, right?
By the end of the year, I'm hoping to get it close to about a 4.0. There's been some semesters where I've had it.
What?
There's been some semesters I've had it over a 4.0, but I think having it close to there would be a good end goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, bro. So what's your favorite class or some of your favorite classes?
For how hard this class is, like, I think I've been really good with any math class up until this point with AP Calc.
Oh,
so I'm taking that class right now, and like that's the one class you really like cannot slack in at all.
Yeah, I believe that, bro.
But math has always been a favorite subject for me.
Yeah, that's what's up. I feel like this is a question for later, but it's on topic. Do you know, like, what you want to major in and stuff?
Yeah. So as of right now, following actually my godbrother's footsteps, PJ, he's an anesthesiologist right now down in Cleveland. And just seeing his whole process and going through everything has been amazing. So that's what I've wanted to start out as. But at the same time, trying to balance, pre-med with basketball is going to be quite hard. So at least for right now, going to college, I think I'm going to start off to at least get all my sciences, and then also have like the business major as well. Kind of thinking about that aspect of things too.
Yeah. All right, bro. Fast forward like 10 years, man. I'm gonna ask you to let me hold $1 or something, man.
For real. It sounds like you already got a plan going in. So that's I feel like that's one of the things that people don't really, think about. Like, I know for me when I was growing up, I'm probably same with Wes, is like you just kind of just flying by the seat of your pants. Yeah, I'm just, oh, okay, they're gonna let me hoop. Okay. you know,
Yeah.
but
Right.
but yeah, you got a plan. So that's a real big step.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing because we've played with guys, we've seen guys that really, you know, were on the same tip as us. Luckily we kind of got it a little later, but
yeah,
like when you go into school and like basketball is your only motivation, what happens when you get hurt? What happens
right.
when your eligibility is up, but you got 12 credits left? Like we've seen guys once their credits are over or once their eligibility is up, then they're not in school anymore because
Mm-hmm.
you know they
Mm-hmm.
always put ball first. So I love that you kind of have, you know, your head on straight, bro, and you got that plan like Josh said. So
Yeah.
that's what's up, man. I feel like the public knows you a little better. So let's move into the strictly basketball section of the interview. So
Yeah.
got a big day tomorrow, bro. What's happening?
And signing day tomorrow. I'm excited about it. Very
That's what's
excited
up.
about it.
Yeah. So we talked about this before, but you know, tell us about just the process of you picking Belmont and then what separated them from the other schools that you were thinking about.
Right. So yeah, obviously a big thing in recruiting is, I think this also goes past a lot of kids, is not necessarily looking at the name of the school, but you know, best fit of things.
Mm-hmm.
So when it got down to it, I wanted to go somewhere where they wanted me just as much, you know. So when I got down to Belmont, the facilities was like top notch. So I was really impressed with that, as well as the location. Like, we're being right downtown Nashville. That was huge as well, just to have something other than basketball in school to look forward to. You know, just kind of had some leisure time and stuff like that. So there's a lot of options in that side of things. And then also the coaching staff. You know, when I went on my visit, they took me in, you know, kind of described like where they see me at in their program and the things that I can do. And I just loved it ever since.
Man,
So,
love it,
man.
dog. Love it. What would you say was the biggest thing you learned in the recruiting process?
Biggest thing, man. It can be stressful, quite stressful at times, very stressful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But when it gets to that point, just you know, make sure you're really comfortable with your decision. And then once you make that decision, I feel like there's a good amount of like almost stress relief where you can just play your game, you know, without always, you know, obviously you're going to be still evaluated and stuff like that, but just knowing your situation and knowing you're good for the next 4 years it feels good going into my senior year.
For sure, bro. I made my decision like the same time as you did going into my senior year. And it's nothing like it, bro. So I know you're gonna be playing free this year.
Free.
And, man, shoot, you're gonna be letting that thing go. Like, you signed that LOI, man. Who cares, bro? I'm letting it go, bro. So I love it, man. I love it. 30 ball a game. That's what I want this year.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going for it.
Straight up, man. That's one thing I wish I would have did, bro. Like, again, like, what are we missing? This is what this show's about. Like learning from cats like you, but also me and Josh, like looking back on our careers, basically just wishing what we would have done. So that's another goal of the show, is for kids to not like have those, man, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. For me, I wish I would have been more aggressive, like shot the ball more. My coach begged me. He's like, Wes, bro, just shoot the ball. But I was way too unselfish. So do you kind of have any of those in your mind? Like, man, I wish I would have did this my freshman year or even earlier.
Yeah. So even to this day, you know, coach at times just tell me, you know, sometimes I'm too unselfish. so now it's constantly a learning process, just kind of picking the game apart where, you want to take good shots. But the big thing is, for me, focus this year is like getting others involved, but also getting up my shots that I need to take too, because just to impact the game as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Let me speak on that just for a second, because if like Tram just said, back in the day, our coaches was like, man, shoot. But you don't want to be a ball hog. You don't want to be selfish.
Right.
But now on the other end of it, what I realized what the coach was telling me to do was not a lot of people get the opportunity to play college basketball. So, I don't know the rest of your squad, but you're probably the best player on the team.
He's got a squad though.
Yeah, we got a big time squad this year.
Mm-hmm.
We had a squad too when I was in high school. We played in the all boys league with like St. Mary's and all of them. And so we had a squad, but the coach was like, shoot. But the thing he's telling you to do is, help the team. You helping the team when you shooting. You helping the team when you shoot. It's not even about you. You're thinking like, man, I don't want to be selfish, but really the selfish thing that you're doing is like not shooting because you ain't helping the team as much. And it's just like
great way to look at it.
Yeah,
I've had that conversation with Coach Chan a lot too. It's just me not taking that shot hurts the team more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you pass up a good shot and force a teammate to maybe
make a bad decision. Yeah,
or turn the ball over. Yeah. So what did you average last year?
24.
So you averaged 24, and you could have been more aggressive. Think about that. That's crazy, right?
That's true.
That's crazy. And I've watched you play numerous times. Like, I don't really see you shoot bad shots, horrible shots, force a lot of shots. So it's like you shoot pretty consistent from 3, mid-range, driving in the lane. So like, man, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to see what you do this year. Yeah, bro. And like you said, you got a squad around you, so it's not like you can be doing it alone, man. So yeah, bro, you got EJ and Jalen. Talk about some of your teammates and like what you expect from them this year.
Yeah, so we got EJ. He's a sophomore now, and just seeing his maturity growth has been huge. I think he's going to be a great guard. So having him as our point guard is going to be really good. We got Jalen, super lengthy, really athletic kid. He's a hustle player. He can get up and down the floor.
Yeah.
So we got EJ, we got our point guard, like our Isaiah Thomas kind of guy. And then we got Jalen, like our Dennis Rodman type of guy, hustle player. And then we got Calvin, who's almost 7 foot. And for a big guy like him, a lot of those guys, like when it comes to hand-eye coordination, have really, really struggled. But seeing his growth as well, he's put a lot of time and effort into the game, and it's definitely showing when it comes to that aspect of things. And just seeing his touch around the rim, improvement and stuff like that. I'm really excited for this year for him. And then we've got Tyron. Tyron.
Yeah.
Super bouncy kid.
High motor, man.
Yeah, high motor too. And he's starting to progress his game to become more than just like a slasher slash like dunker and stuff like that, to where he can start to dribble the ball, feel a little more comfortable dribbling the ball and taking jump shots and stuff like that, which is what we need. For sure. And then we also got Grant. He's our sharpshooter. We can trust him. He can let that thing go. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like as a team, we got a lot of pieces.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're a really lengthy squad and stuff like that. So.
Absolutely, bro. I think, this would be a special year for you. I said that last year. Like, I could tell you guys were talented last year, but I think you guys needed just a little bit more, like the younger guys at least needed a little bit more experience under the belt. I always said last year, I'm like, I think next year is going to be Northview's year. But let's back up.
Yeah.
Josh, you want to ask Kyler just about the EYBL this past summer?
Yeah. So from the EYBL, so what was it like playing, during the summer? What was like your toughest competition, best player you played, all of that?
Yeah, so it was a great experience. Even for COVID, the environment was crazy. And just it was a lot of fun just playing like with the top guys in the country. Just being able to play at that competition and see where you're at. It was a good thing for me, just like being able to see like you can hang with any of these guys on the court. It just comes to, confidence thing. Like I feel like with a lot of guys when it comes to playing at such a high level and being ranked like that, confidence can be one thing that you can separate you where you're at. So just being able to go out there and feel comfortable on the court was a huge thing for me. And then, yeah, going into it, I think the big difference huge transition that I noticed was just how big these guys were. Like a lot of these teams, like they got, 6'10", 6'11" guys that can, handle the rock and stuff like that, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, it was just a great experience, just to be able to play at that high level, playing like Knight Riders and stuff like that, some of these top programs, and being able to hang with them was really good.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, dog. I love it. Love it. What was it like, man, playing with the family? So I grew up playing against the family, like from 6th grade on, and they always used to slap us, bro. Like
yeah.
Up and down the court, man. And yeah, always respected them. So my 17 and under year, they had a squad. They had like Draymond Green and a couple other guys, Dominique Buckley, Eric Evans. So they had a squad, bro. So yeah, what's it like playing with that organization?
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. The coaching staff was great because they've had some great players in the program. They know what it's like to play at that next level. So everything that we're doing is at a consistent pace and at a very high level. So you got to hold yourself to a standard every practice, and every game. So that was really good. And then just at the same time, just being like, oh, you play for the family, so you got to understand that when you're going to play for this team, that a lot of these guys are looking at you at a different standpoint than you would think. So you got to hold yourself again to like a higher standard, just because you're playing with them as well. So,
man, yeah, it's a big name, not just in Michigan, but all over the country.
Yeah.
Is Coach Walker still with them?
Coach Walker, yes, I believe so.
Is it his son still with him, BJ?
BJ. Yes. Yeah.
BJ still there? Okay. Yeah, I went to high school with BJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Josh is from Detroit. I don't know if you said that already.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, yeah, I ain't said it. Yeah. Know all about the family.
Yeah. Cool. So let's go back to Northview basketball. So would you guys say that you kind of underachieved last year? How do you feel about last year?
Yeah, so going into the season, we did have we had a target on our back. Not only last year, but we will this year for sure. But it got to the point where we were like, we got all the skill, but last year we couldn't beat a team over 500, and that was one thing that we really lacked. So, which came with kind of maturity, and that was one thing I had to really learn about, because one thing last year was my leadership. Could definitely been something I could have improved on. So that's going to be huge for this year, and just being able to control the game. So yeah, I mean, just reflecting on last year is a huge thing for us, and that's kind of our motivation, I would say, for this year. It's kind of finding the spots where we could have improved last year. That's going to help us stay above 500 and beat those above 500 teams consistently.
Yeah, definitely important, man. Definitely important. I think y'all can do it too.
Yeah.
I think last year, I'm sure you guys learned a lot from last year. And I think, like you said, EJ is going to take a big step forward. I play point guard, so I know how important the point guard position is, especially when you have a really good wing on your team. You got to be able to take care of the ball and get you those shots and get you on the spots of the floor that you're most comfortable. So no doubt. I think this next question is Josh's favorite. You know what I'm talking
Where
about?
you at? Nah. I don't see it. Where we at?
Welcome to Varsity moment.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, what was your welcome to Varsity moment, man?
Man, I would say freshman year. Like going into the one of the first practices. So we did like kind of this drill. Just like this defensive drill, but it was taking a charge. And, you know, I'm in my defensive slide and I get to my point where I'm, you know, taking a charge. And, you know, we got this big, like, tight end kid at the time who was a senior. And I'm like, you know, a little scrawny freshman. So I'm there taking a charge and he like, dog, when I tell you, like, really knocked the wind out of me, I was like laying on the floor for like 5 minutes, had to take a break from practice. It was
Man,
I'll never forget that.
It's real. It's real. I still remember mine. It was we was playing Detroit Rogers. The school it don't exist no more, but back in the day it was a powerhouse. And then same thing. I was coming down, we scrimmaging, it's coming down. I was like, all right, I'm about to take a charge. I had this kid on the team named Jelon Perryman, and boy rose up and banged on me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man.
Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Just welcome, right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Speaking of taking charges, bro, you remember when you took that charge in college and you got that concussion?
Oh my goodness, bro. We don't need to discuss that.
Yeah. That could be a topic for another time, but this dude was jacked. Bro, you can hear his head. You can hear his head hit the wood, bro. It's just everybody's like, ooh.
It was that bad.
It was that bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was one of those. He was kind of stuck on the top half of your like shoulder and stuff like that. Like he came down with you.
I don't even know how. I mean, real talk. Like we were just. I was just in the moment. Just I think he drove baseline or something, and then I just slid in front of him, but he just ran me over, and then
bro.
Yeah, I can't even really remember. Real talk.
Right. You got jacked up. That's why.
No.
Man, yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, for the sake of time, this is the last question I'm gonna ask before we move into like the mentality side of the game. So senior year, big year, man. What's going to be the biggest difference between junior year Kai and senior year Kai, if you had to say?
Yeah. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, it was just the leadership aspect of things. But most importantly, vocally. Because when it came down to it, like I could play my game, I could show them like what we're supposed to do and stuff like that. But I had a hard time like speaking it to them, kind of, you know, directing them in the right direction. So I think this year being able to talk to the guys, and, you know, really explaining and breaking things down so that they can understand is going to be huge for this year.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Yeah, I'm excited for you, bro. I really am. There's nothing like senior year, bro. It's nothing like senior year. Straight up.
Really isn't.
Straight up. So, yeah, man, just, you know, enjoy every game. Take it all in, though. So, yeah, let's move to the mentality side of the game and how you approach the game. I think this is a really important segment because this really goes into the mind of you and like and what makes you as a player, what makes you great. Josh, you want to take this one?
Yeah. So just take us to like, you know, your day-to-day grind, like your daily grind, like, from how you get your mind right to get ready to hoop, and what things that you do to prepare.
Yeah. So would this be kind of like in a game day situation?
Game day, just throughout the week, practicing, just how, getting better, like your summertime grind, just your mentality through it all.
Yeah. So kind of I have to understand that, I got to be at the top of my game, like almost like all the time, especially going into the next level, and even understanding at the high school level is I'm going to get everybody's best game. So I got to understand that. And then, so I got to make sure that I'm prepared both mentally and physically. So I would say when it comes to, I'm making sure like I'm eating healthy when it comes to dieting and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a huge part of things. And then mentally, just being engaged 100% of the time. Not being engaged, becoming engaged during practice or during a game when somebody, gets in your face or makes you mad, was kind of what I used to do. But now it's kind of, being engaged from the start of the tip to the end of the game. Just knowing that, you gotta really show your dominance of like why you are a Division I player. Just because if you don't, as soon as they steal the ball once or something, they're gonna start chirping and stuff like that. Yeah. So just understanding that, you kind of have to. That's why I consistently train and do those types of things, because I got to understand, because once it comes game time, once it comes practice time and anything like that, I got to be at the top of my game to really, assert my dominance and stuff like that.
For sure.
Like how have you seen the amount of practice and stuff that you put in? Because I mean, everybody gets nerves, before the game. I can remember my first varsity game, but the more and more, I would practice, I get in shape, whatever it was, I would feel them nerves like shrinking. So can you speak on that in your situation?
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like, I got to be in the best shape on the team, and when it comes to anything, really. So what do you kind of mean more by that? Like with,
or before you play a game, or even it don't even have to be basketball. If you're taking a test, you're not prepared. You got them. I ain't ready. I ain't ready. But when you putting in that work though, you go in there and you confident. You got spoken your confidence already before. So I'm sure from your first varsity game to how it is now, you've seen those nerves kind of shrink. And how speak on how the amount of practice you've been putting in shots and stuff, all that has shrunk your nerves but increased your confidence.
Yeah. So it comes to a point now where I just really rely on my training, understanding, you've put in the work to get to this point now. So now it's just really time to relax. I even do this before games. I usually, I almost kind of like meditate for like 15, 20 minutes just to get my mind right. And even before, I usually take about the last 4 minutes of our warm up before the game, before tip off. I just kind of sit on the bench and kind of let my body relax and kind of reflect on things before we get the game started, which really helps me get my mindset right for the game and stuff like that.
Bro, you speaking some good stuff right now, bro. Meditating, relaxing. It's scientifically proven, bro. It lowers your heart rate, right? When you're more relaxed, you're more loose, right?
Yeah.
And when your heart rate is up, it's super high, you play super uptight. Who wants to play super uptight, super nervous, right?
Right.
That's how you miss all your shots long. When I was in high school, I was missing all my shots long, like at the beginning of the game, because I was just so uptight, so uptight. You know what I mean? So I wish I would have taken that mental side of the game a lot more serious back then. Because I think, you know, it would have paid dividends for sure.
Yeah, big time. That's one thing I noticed too is like big games and like even my first game and stuff like that. When I became anxious, like the first thing I wanted to do was kind of like move around and stuff. When that's you know not what you're supposed to do at all.
Right.
Because when it came game time, I felt myself actually more tired during the game when it came down to it, rather than you know having my energy and stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah, all about mind and body management, man. It's so freaking important, dog. Can't even stress how important it is. So let's continue. I'm skipping mad questions because we way over time, but yeah, let's continue on the mental side of things. Like, do you ever have any like fears or like doubts about the next level and playing, you know, at a pretty much a major D1 program?
Yeah,
talk about that.
Yeah, so obviously, yeah, I've had situations where I've been like, and I guess you could say like a slump for like a week or so, where I didn't feel like I was playing basketball that I should be, and I kind of was in a situation where you know I kind of reflected and was like, am I ready for the college yet? But I think it just comes down to you know continuing to trust the process. Really, that's the huge thing.
For sure.
And just to keep working, that's the biggest part of it too. You can't stop at that point either. And just continue to work on the little things. That's you know a huge part of what I do during my training sessions. You know, continue to work on little touch-up stuff like that, so that when I do get there, I feel very comfortable in my game. So I feel like I can make an impact early.
Yeah, absolutely. Trust the process, bro. Joel Embiid said that.
Yeah, big time.
Although the process is pretty much over, but
the process done. the process terminated.
He was right though, and you're right too. Trust the process and all the work that you put in. That's what my dad used to tell me all the time. Like, because I, you know, when I played varsity ball my freshman year, he was like, you know how much work you put in? Like you put so much work into this game, so many hours playing against your big brother, trips all over the country playing AAU, and you worry about this is basketball.
Right
It's basketball. It's no different.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate my dad always telling me that. So he was like that main guy for me whenever my mind wasn't right or I needed to, you know, snap back into reality. Would you say like your dad's the same for you or
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, so I had a similar situation. So going into my first game playing varsity, the first half of the game I was very uptight. I was kind of like pass cut. And then I remember like going into halftime, my dad was just kind of, you know, up in the stands, and you know, you can just hear him. He's like, play loose. And I kind of just like really thought about that. And then coming into the second half of the game, I really kind of turned it on, and was really able to show like exactly why I was there and stuff like that. So
for sure.
So he's helped a lot in that aspect.
Nice, bro. Nice. Yeah. And you were there for a reason, bro. And we all see it now. So I think we should go to quick hitters before we end, bro.
Yeah. Let's get that. All right. So you go into a park, you know, it's a hot summer day. You got somebody challenge you 5-on-5. You got to bring 4 more dudes to the court. Who you bringing?
Well, and this is anybody?
Anyone.
Anybody except NBA players. Anybody. Yeah.
So let's see. Around man, I guess I'll just it's like 5.
No, you hooping, so you gotta bring 4.
Yeah.
4. Okay. Man.
It's do or die. They coming for the Jordan 11s if y'all take an L.
Some for Jordan 11s. got 2 stacks on the line too.
Oh yeah. So we gonna need So we're gonna need okay. So I'm gonna go back to the boom team actually. So I'm gonna go KK, me. Let's see. Donnie. Probably Kobe, and I need one more.
Yeah, bro. A lot of pressure.
Because I feel like in the park you don't really need a big man. But I need a sharpshooter. So I'm gonna go with Jordan. I'm gonna need that sharpshooter. I need a consistent shooter.
Need a clip out there.
Open that lane up, man.
Right.
Shout out to Jordan Brooks, man. Fat too. That's what's up, bro. That's a nice squad. I like it. I do. Let's go to the last question. So, who needs to be on this show next?
Who needs to be on the show next?
Who do you want to hear from?
Let me think.
So it could be other players. It could be like coaches. It could be
anybody.
So anybody, coach from Belmont, anybody.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna go with a player, but now that you said that, I feel like we could use like a podcast where we could learn quite a few things. So I would have to go with well actually
go ahead.
Let me put TK from Western on here.
That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. He's in the works, bro. I texted him the other day. He said he's down.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we gotta catch him.
Let him know. I said he needs to be on here.
All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, we coming on the hour. So man, I just want to say thank you, Kai, for joining us, bro, and spending some time with us. I know we went way longer than we thought we were, but yeah, bro. Good luck to you this season. I know you're gonna do some great stuff. One last go around. So yeah, kill it, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, and I know I'm not gonna be the only one watching. So go get that Mr. Basketball, man. I'm pulling for you.
Yeah, I got you. Thanks again for having me.
Yeah, yes, we're gonna be out there to check you out.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
So that's it for the first episode of What Are We Missing? Make sure you guys share this episode, comment, like, subscribe. Who should be on this podcast episode 2, 3, 4, whatever, man. Let us know. All right. Deuces.